Acer palmatum is our Japanese maple. It's a small tree. You'll see as we take a look at these that the tree actually requires quite a bit of protection in central Oklahoma. It's a small maple. Thousands of cultivars. This tree has been cultivated for hundreds of years all over the world. It's very highly prized. You can see that the foliage, actually, palmatum, it's a palmate-shaped leaf. This is not a compound leaf. This is a simple leaf with a palmate shape. All the acers, remember, have opposite leaf arrangements, so we'll be able to see that in this plant when we see it in lab. You have red leaf varieties, you have green leaf varieties, and you have varieties in a group called dissectum, where the lobes are actually very deeply cut. The Japanese maples typically will have a very slender stem, very straight, and a sort of a very clean and kind of elegant form where it's very symmetrical, very clean form, not irregular branching or witch's brooms or anything like that. Usually the new stems are the same color as the leaves. Sometimes you see a contrasting one, but for the great majority, if you have a reddish leaf, you'll have a reddish stem, greenish leaf, a greenish stem. Not real showy flowers, they're in umbels, or a drooping panicle, which is a flower that's just many small flowers on a flower structure. And then the seeds of all the maples are this double samara, which the samara is kind of a papery coating to the seed, almost with a wing on it. It helps it be distributed by the wind. Here you can see some of examples of form on the Japanese maple, how it's just sort of kind of ascending branches, a really nice sort of rounded canopy. This brighter red one is a little bit younger. Here again, very typical. Although there are some forms that are more weeping. There are some forms that are more dwarf. So there's a great variety when you take into account the leaf color and also the stem color occasionally, and then the cut leaf forms. You'll find a great amount of variety in the Japanese maple. The thing to remember about it here, even though it's really kind of a highly prized tree and it has very few diseases, it has to have protection from our most hot and windy, dry conditions in Oklahoma to be successful. You'll see one at the ARC on the north side of the building, and that's where it's doing very well in that protected area.